Hello friends, now I am going to continue the lesson facts about English. Okay, let me start. When somebody starts speaking your language, you immediately know that he is not the speaker of your language. See, if you find a person who is speaking your language, means suppose a man from South India is speaking Marathi, we immediately know that he is not the speaker of Marathi because of the pronunciation he uses. Okay? It is because pronunciations are peculiar to every language. See that the pronunciation are peculiar. Peculiar means particular, Vishishta. Because every language is having a particular style, a particular way of pronunciation, and therefore, if you find a person of South India or Bengali is speaking Marathi language, we understand that he is not a native speaker of Marathi language. This is because of the pronunciations. Okay, got it? You have seen that Hindi and Marathi are written similarly because they use a common system of symbols called Devanagari. See, Marathi and Hindi language, these both languages are having the same script, naming Devanagari. Both use the common system of symbols, means their symbols are common, which are Devanagari. Bengali and Gujarati also use slightly altered form of Devanagari systems. They also even Bengali and Gujarati use a Devanagari script, but it has a slightly means little altered form, different form. See that when we write, last time I explain you, when we write a word ka, we write word ka, in Marathi and Hindi we write like this, but in Gujarati it is written like this way. So, it has a certain slightly changed form of script, though Bengali and Gujarati are using Devanagari script, but their symbols are different. But when a speaker of any of these languages speak one of other languages, we immediately know that he is not speaking his mother tongue. But suppose a Gujarati is speaking Bengali or a Bengali speaking Marathi, we immediately understand that he is not speaking his mother tongue, because their style of pronunciations are different, and therefore, we need to learn pronunciation, which is most important thing while learning English. Now, see, for example, per the three symbols P, T and K, we pronounce it P, T and K. In English are pronounced as P, Ph, Th and K. So, we pronounce when it is a P, in English it is pronounced like P. Th, this is pronounced like Th, and K is pronounced like K when they appear at the beginning of a word. For example, if we take an example of pen, P-E-N, see, P-E-N, because the word P is in beginning, the word P is pronounced in English like P, and the pronunciation of P-E-N is pen, when it is a British pronunciation. But Indian people pronounce it like a P, and the pronunciation is P, and the word is pronounced pen. For Indian people, the word is pronounced like pen, and for a British it is pronounced like a pen. So, this is known as aspiration. The way of speaking means aspiration means process of drawing breath, means the way you pronounce it, take your breath out. So, this is called an aspiration. These p, t and k are pronounced as p, t and k at other places in English words than at its beginning. So, when we talk about p, for example, p, for a words like pen, the p is like a p and the word is pronounced pen. But because that p is at the beginning, so when it is at the beginning, the word is, the alphabet is pronounced, the sound is like pen. But for example, cup, no, p is at the end of the words, and therefore, the p is pronounced like a p. So, it is a cup, p, but pen, p. So, p is having both sounds like p and p. So, when it is at the beginning, the word is pronounced p, and when it is at the end, the alphabet is pronounced p. Okay? These are other basic difference between English and Indian languages too. One of them is the raising of voice. One more difference is from British English and other Indian language is the raising of voice. When we raise our voice while speaking, some particular point within the words, this is known as accents. The raising of sound, the raising of voice is called accent. What is called? The word is called an accent. This accent is very important because if it is misplaced, it will change it into another words. So, these accents are important in English because if we place it, we placed it on other part of the words, it creates a different meaning. Therefore, we need to observe the proper accents when we pronounce a word. See, for example, the word import becomes a noun if accent is on the first syllables. In the words import, im and port. So, it has a two syllable word. First is im and the second is port. So, the accent is on im. So, we need to give a little strike on a word im, on a sound im and then port. So, we have to put an accent on im. So, the word is pronounced import, means there is a strike or a stress on a word im and then port, import, because a noun if accents, and when we give a stress or a strike a word on a first syllable, this is called, this is a noun then. But if there is a strike or a force on a second syllable, that noun turns into a verb. So, that import, import. So, the strike is on a second syllable, second sound, that is port. So, therefore, we need to put a proper accents on a words. See, but if it is pronounced with accents on a second syllables, then it becomes a verb. Generally, accent in English is on the first syllables that you learn, that you know. Accents in English is on the first syllables. Most of the time we find that there is accents on a first syllable of the words in English. A syllabus is a unit of one vowel, diphthongs and or one or more consonants. This is definition of syllabus that we have already learnt at the beginning of the chapter. What is syllable? Syllable is a unit of one vowel, diphthongs and one or more consonants. A sound which includes consonant and vowel. So, vowel or diphthong. See, there can be a syllabus without a consonant, but there cannot be a syllable without a vowel. So, vowel is very important when it is count as a syllables. So, there is a syllabus without a consonant, but there isn't a syllable without a vowel. म्हणजे सिलॅबल मध्ये कॉन्सनंट नसला तरी चालतो, परंतु वोल्स असणं आवश्यक आहे. फॉर एक्झाम्पल अ, an, are, you, go, cat, dog, rice, jump are one syllabic words. So, these are called one syllabic words. Like we take an example, go. See, in a words, when we pronounce this word go, there is a g and a o. So, g is a consonant sound and o is a diphthongs. Okay. So, one consonant and one diphthongs. So, this is called a syllabus. Syllable, what the definition of syllable is, there is a consonant and a vowel. So, असं म्हणतात की कॉन्सनंट नसला तरी चालेल, पण वोल्स असणं आवश्यक आहे. फॉर एक्झाम्पल अ वर्ड्स an or a, in a words like a or an, they consist of a vowels only, there is no consonant, but they are having a syllabus. So, one sound, one syllable. Okay. So, now we can let us take example of cat, word cat, in a cat. So, there is a k, then ya and then t. So, k is a consonant, ya is a vowel and t is a consonant. So, that sound word is having two consonant with one vowel sounds. So, what cat is called one syllabic words. Rupee, going, flying. So, the words like rupee, you can see in a words rupee, ru and then p, it has a two syllable. So, the word is having two syllables, ru and p. Going, flying are two syllabic words. Nationality, progressive, destructive are multisyllabic words. It has more than two syllables. Nationality. So, it has a more than two syllables. So, are multisyllabic. Therefore, they are called multisyllabic words. Indian languages are all syllable based. So, Indian languages are like Marathi, Hindi, Gujarati, Bengali, all are syllabic based, means they have syllable. It means that they use symbols which are unit of vowel and consonant sounds. A syllabus is called akshar in Indian language. This is important. Like we say syllables in English, in India it is called a word akshar. In Indian language, the syllable is called akshar. We use a word akshar. English is alphabetic language. What is? English is alphabetic language which has alphabets, and Marathi or Hindi, they follow akshar. It means that it uses separate symbols for vowel and consonants. Means it has separate symbols. Alphabetic language and has a separate symbols for a vowels and consonants. For a vowels, we have a symbol a, e, a, o, u. No. Thus, a and n are alphabets of English. A and n. A is an alphabet and n. A is alphabet. We pronounce it a. N is alphabet. We pronounce it n. But a and an are respective syllabus respectively, but they are also syllabus. We pronounce it a and an is pronounced like an. Another important features of English is a silent symbols. There is one more features we have in English, that is of a silent symbols. Means some words are, some symbols are silenced while pronunciation. We write them when it is writing, but when we speak it or pronounce it, we do not use a we do not pronounce the sound. So, it has one feature, that is the silent syllables. For examples, in a word like talk, no, the spelling is TALK, but the L word is a silent. So, the word is pronounced talk. L is silent, the word L is silent in a talk, like a walk, viscount, indit, rituals. Here underline symbols are not pronounced, means these symbols are not pronounced when we speak it. Such mistakes are committed by not only Indian learners of English, but by English children too, and therefore, it is not just Indian peoples, because this is, as it is not our language, we can make mistake. You can find some Indian people speaking talk, because L is in a writing. So, but it is not just Indian people, even English peoples can make a mistakes, and that may you can find them pronounce it talk, walk, like. Okay. So, it is because these have to be learned, and there is no rule for the special features. So, what is more important thing, that if you are a speaker of English, if your English is a native language, even then you need to learn it to get better with the pronunciation of such type of the words. So, however, some patterns are very general, like adding s to make a plural form of a noun. While making plural in English, we use a word as. We add word s to make it a plural, like a book, and the plural is books. We can make a book word, and the plural we add s to the word book, and the plural is books, like boys, stars, rivers, ministers. There are some exceptions too: men, children, oxen, stadia, sheep, fish. These nouns are plural without adding s to the pattern or them. So, but this is not a common pattern. Sometimes you can find the plural is different without adding s. So, now you can see that, suppose a boy is a word, and the plural of boy is boys, but if a man is a word and the plural is men. So, there are words, some words which do not follow the rule of adding s. So, sometimes you can find the plural is different for a man, and the plural is men, child, children, ox, oxen, stadium, and the plural is stadia, and sheep and fish, both spelling of singular and plural are same. When it is a sheep, the plural singular is also written sheep, and the plural is also written like a sheep. The same follow with the fish, singular and plural are same. So, sometimes the pattern is different. Therefore, it is important to learn when you are a speaker of Indian speaker or a British. You need to learn these rules to get better with the English. So, these are some facts about English. So, that is it for today's class. The rest of the thing we will discuss later. Okay.